Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is your host Teddy Yeti. Today we are going to be talking more about the big bad Mega Excadrill. Guys, this deck's so fun. I cannot get over playing it. I am doing pretty well with it. This deck stats, and I have some explanation as always, is 7 and 4. And one of those losses, was a very hard throw against the deck I was playing last night, and I was supposed to protect charge with my Genesect, that way it took 30 less damage. I ended up retreating it and attacking with something else, and they also knocked it out and won. And then the other one was like horrible draws. Like I did not see a Petrol, a Lilies, hardly any energy or anything for like 4 or 5 turns. And this like cheeky Avalug deck just finally won. I can't wait till that's like no longer a meta thing. It's like the fact that people play it on the ladder really irritate me because I'm trying to meta test. And I understand. You're playing ladder. You can have fun. Play whatever you want. I do it too. But I'm trying to test for a big tournament or something. And then I have these people that are just playing this cheese. And it's like, I just had dinner. I don't need no more food. You leave your cheese in your kitchen. Anyways, way off track here. But yeah, so that happened. So it should be 9 and 2, but those are parts of the game. Misplays and bad draws. So 7 and 4, still 63% win rate is not bad. It's not quite type cut, but it's not bad. But yeah, so this is the list. This list went 11 and 2 on a major online tournament. The only deck it lost to, the deck it lost to in the finals, it went 11 and 2, so, was Pult Blaziken. Now, if you are going to be an excadrill player like I am, then maybe we need to start working on adding in some water stuff in here. I have seen some people talk about this card. I should have been more prepared. No, of course it's not going to be there. Yeah, if I learned how to spell. This card. So this card prevents all damage from effects and attacks from your opponent's Terra Pokemon. And for 2 colorless and a water, it does 160. Now, I have a super big downside, I think, of this card. I'll get into that in a second. But this is a great Pult Blaziken counter because Pult can't attack it, and it one-shots Blaziken. That's the important part. But the main problem I have with this strategy is the basic. It has 30 HP. Like, what are we doing with, like, we're just getting rolled by monkeys and Dusclops. So, like, it's literally only good against the Pult Blaziken matchup, and we have to hope that they don't get to aggro out a monkey or a Pult to knock this out before we can evolve it. So, it's just kind of, it's a little cheesy as well. It's definitely something I am still considering though, because if that would have made this deck win, is it having a 1/1 melodic line, then why not? Also, this deck is playing the Pichu. Now, I really liked this card in G Block when I was playing Charizard, although Charizard's an aggro deck. It is a laid-back aggro deck, so it is able to play little cheap Pokemon like this to knock out Badoo and work on playing your item cards. But overall, this list has felt really good, but I've made changes, which is why we're here today. I have changed the deck, so we're calling this Pichu Drill, and today we're going to be playing Yeti Drill. So, I took out the Gravity Mountain. Gravity Mountain's a great card. Love the card. Want to play the card and everything. But honestly, in the meta right now, it doesn't seem super prevalent. You have this guy that does 330 damage if it has 5 energies on it, which is the whole goal of the deck. If you're not doing that, then you're probably not winning. You have this guy that only does 150. It's not going to knock out many stage 2, if any stage 2s, unless they're single prizers anyways. And then this guy that can do 300. That knocks out lots of higher HP Pokemon. Not necessarily stage 2s, but higher HP Pokemon. Zoroark comes to mind. And with the changes I've made, we're able to play a Brave Bengal, which makes the Metagross also do 330. So if it's where your first excadrill is knocked out, you can play the Metagross and the Bengal. We're still playing 4 Petrels, pretty much the same thing as Arven, so we can search for the Bengal. Unfortunately, it's not the Bengal plus an item, but Petrol will do. Petrol is Arven at home, we all know this. But we are able to still semi-consistently win the trades with the Metagross. Now, I haven't played this deck yet. This is all just coming off the top. I might play this and do absolutely nothing. But I noticed that I very rarely use the ice cream cone, so I trimmed one of those down. We are still a trolley build. I understand these people want to play Secret Box. Tricky Jim and Thad and all them on those people. I can't do it. It just feels like a Precious Trolley deck, so it's going to be a Precious Trolley deck if I'm playing it. A card that is very bad in this deck, but can get you out of some niche situations, is Lily's Determination. The reason that card's bad is because you don't really want to draw 8 cards if you're also trying to Metal Maker, because if you draw 4 or 5 energy, you're probably not going to Metal Maker 4 or 5 energy, which is what you want to do. So, the 1-up Ultra Ball, the 1-up Poffin, it's all there for if Precious Trolley is prized. Hopefully those aren't, and we can Petrol for them to slowly start building. Something I heard several YouTubers talk about, plus the 11 and 2 Pichu deck list, had 2 energy recyclers. I think that's very important. Another card that's really free in this deck that feels good is the Team Rocket's Watchtower. It cuts off colorless Pokemon, it makes people's Kangs worse, and their Meowths. It makes it where they have to play Pokemon, basically, and this deck plays Pokemon. Something else I really like is the double Kieran. It's really good in the mirror match if you can get the first knockout and they don't have the Kieran, or they whiff the Kieran or something like that. Then you can Kieran knockout and get a super ahead on the prize trade. And then if you have to boss Genesect for a 2 prize, and then a Metang for a 1 prize, or whatever you need to do, then you can do it that way. Or if you just need to take a double 3 prize knockout, talking about the mirror match here, get the double Kieran, that works too. Kieran's also good for retreat lock stuff because it can switch your active. That kind of sucks in this deck. Definitely don't want like a Metang or something stuck in the active. Retreat lock isn't really a thing much anymore. But for the matchups that still play it, like the slot box deck I showcased on my channel, it is still possible. So we added in 2 Watchtower, took out the Gravity Mountain, we trimmed the lilies, added a brave bangle, and we trimmed a jumbo ice cream for a fez. Obviously, we know Cruel Arrow is the new motto, and Fez draws 3 cards, which isn't as bad as hitting the lilies, and it has a decent attack with the Cruel Arrow being able to do 100 to anything, so I wanted to try it. So let's hop into some games here. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing me talk, and see what we can do with this deck. We are still pretty low on the ladder, so hopefully we don't just play against a bunch of cheese. Obviously with this deck you always want to go second. That way you can try to turn 1 trolley. And there is the turn 1 trolley. Not the best setup, but we can make it work. My opponent appears to be playing a dark deck. That might be a Monkey Dory and a Zoroark deck. Or they just have the dark sleeves because they like the dark sleeves. Secret box, turn 1. Okay, so it's ends. Zoroark is a really good deck right now. I am glad to be showcasing it on this video. It's not a deck that we've played against a lot recently, and it's a very good deck. And I haven't actually played this matchup yet, so excited to see how that goes. Alright, oh, something else. We switched to 4 of this Beldum, because that's what I'm going to be playing in paper. So I figured that's what I should do. Oh wow. All of my Drober are frost. All 3 of them. Okay. Well, I guess it is a Pheasantipity world. And then I will go ahead and signal. And I think we're just going to attach here and pass. I don't want to give him the extra damage. I kind of wish I could get that Fizz loaded because I know he's going to get a Zoroark next turn. So we're actually not in the best of spots. Might need to just try to set up a Metagross. Well, Zekrom doesn't make me feel much better. Definitely would have been a lot different game if we had a Drillbur here. Jeez. I honestly don't know. I don't think I win this. No, Drillbur is crazy. I mean, he sees the Fez and he knows the Metangs are coming, so he probably is not going to bench anything small for me to snipe with the Fez. I also kind of don't want to do that because he can knock it out with the Rampaging Thunder. Oh, I don't know what to do, honestly. I will say this definitely seems like a time to play a Lily because we have 3 energy in our hand. I think I'm going to attach to Fez and then shoot the Zekrom. Seems like horrible, but he doesn't have any energy in the discard yet. So maybe he's going a little slow. See, we only drew 1 energy. That wasn't bad. Then we're going to signal for another Metang and a Gross. So I think we're going to be using some metagross this game. The retreat. And then... actually, we can go ahead and do that. Okay. Do I want to transceiver for the petrol now? Thin the deck a little bit. I only need 2 energy. I think we'll just hold it. There is the 2 energy for the fizz. And I didn't do it with this one, but I will do it with this one. So, always make sure you check to see what's going to the bottom of your deck, because it's not doesn't get shuffled back in. It goes to the bottom. So now I know that I won't be drawing these. Go ahead and throw that energy on that. Whiff. Don't really need any of those. The boss would have been kind of nice, but we do have one in hand. At least 2 more energy would be nice. And we whiffed again. Alright. I was going to say this is the reason I like playing 17, because it makes it a lot harder to whiff. But here we are. Whiffing. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Zekrom for 100. It's not the best play, and we honestly could have set up some kind of like Genesect boss to Zekrom next turn, which would have been good, because he would have had to have a Night Stretcher to get it back, or a Pokepad to get another one. If the Zoroark does not have an attacker, he's just a draw engine. Okay. Curious if he has Petch in hand. If not, I definitely would have Serrano'd for Petch. Well, he doesn't have Petch in hand. Alright, so he's taking the Zekrom knockout here, I would assume. Which isn't too bad for us. I think I will go ahead and use the Recycler. Alright. Less than ideal, but we can make it work. So we have 4 energy in that discard. I think we will go ahead and Recycler. Transceiver to get the petrol. Even though we don't need it, just sit in the deck. And then we'll get Metallic Signal for the evolutions. We have 8 in there. We're going to shuffle a lot back in. Okay. Throw those down. Oh. I think we just need to try to be a single prize match from here and leave the Genesect, second Genesect out of it. So, recycle. And hopefully these hit lots of energies. So I can very confident, well, there's 1. I was gonna say so I could very confidently evolve into second Metagross here. 2? Okay, well, it's not terrible. If we get 3 off these, then we can go ahead and load up the second one since we have energy here. Realistically, if we get 1. Alright, well there's all that. That's what we want to see, so throw that there. And that there. I'm pretty sure I've seen the air balloon in the deck. I was not paying attention. Oh. That's one thing I don't like about this deck is it doesn't play Night Stretcher. I think We definitely need to take the 2 prize knockout here. I'm just wondering where I attach to. I guess we can just attach to Genesect, that way if I have to retreat. And it also saves one of the energy on there, so we could, if he doesn't get a knockout here, we could get another knockout. Also a dribbler here would, there it is. Another dribbler would be nice. That way we can get the Mega Excadrill going, hopefully. Yeah, I definitely would like to fit one Night Stretcher in here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where that would be. I do really like Inzork as an archetype. I wish I was a better Inzork player, honestly. Ultra Balling the pitch to get Fizz, so he is not doing too well, which is good for us, because we could possibly boss knockout again next turn, and that's what you want to see. Definitely throwing the dribbler down. Depending on what the Metangs do, it'll probably be throw dribbler down and then load energies on it. If it gets knocked out, that would be kind of crappy though. So he is boss knocking. Okay, the Metagross with energies on it. That's valid. I think since he did that, threw off his prize trade, we're going to Petril for hopefully another recycler. I did not see if both were in there. Silly me. He'll probably bump this, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it down because he doesn't have Stadium and he is playing me out. If he's not, it doesn't matter either way. Throw the dribbler down. And then let's go ahead and actually, let's transceiver for a Petrol. And then Petrol. Okay, so the recycler is in there, that's good. Air balloon is in there if needed. Red card's in there. Okay. Of course, red card's not super good against Zoroark because I can just discard all 3 of those and draw 6 off of it. But alright, so recycle some energies. All of the energy. Not quite all of it, but 5. Let's see here. I kind of wish we just got an excadrill set up sooner, because now we're only working with 2 Metangs, which hopefully has to be enough. Well, it might be enough. And then we can use this one, energy getting off this one, which is 2. It's not bad. Not bad. So I will save the energy in hand for the Genesect retreat if need be, because hopefully we can get 3 for the excadrill next turn. Especially taking a 2 prize knockout here. And still have pulse if needed, so yeah, sounds good. I would like to shuffle, or discard the energy. If Metagross shuffled the energy in like Dialga does, that would be so good. Okay, energy dribbler. So we have a dribbler left for sure. And honestly, I don't know what else. Maybe a transceiver. red card kind of sucks there. And it sucks even more now. Actually, it's not too bad. We can Kieran and or air balloon the Metagross if it doesn't get knocked out. And then if it does get knocked out, we can air balloon and metallic signal for the excadrill. So we have a good little setup going here. If he boss knocks out the Genesect, we're not in the best spot. Oh wow. Interesting. That's not knocking out two important things. Oh, he's gonna backdraft. Okay. I see you. It's a very interesting play. I mean, I guess the backdraft is pretty good against excadrill, actually. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Metagross is definitely going down. Weak to fire. Wow, so he discards this Meowth, so the Watchtower did matter. Yeah. Alright. So, what do we do here? We could always just draw boss. How many boss wins? That's not a boss. It is a red card though. What a signal for double drill. Bosses are, yeah, all the bosses are in there. So we could have boss one right there. Which is fine that we didn't. Air balloon here. And then retreat into the drill. Attack to the drill. And let's go gambling. Alright. We need preferably one more. None. Okay. And we put a pulse on the bottom. Not the best. But maybe we only have one Zoroark set up over here. So maybe that red card will be detrimental enough. We are still able to do 200. And we get to look at technically 9 cards to try to find 5th energy. Oh, well there's 5th energy. Now we just need to find boss. I'm not on the Meowth, mostly because I'm on the Watchtower, and I'd rather shut off other opponents' Meowths and Kangs. Toucannon is also an important shut off. The Terra Noctowl, cards of that such. I now pretty much have a knockout on anything he promotes, and he knows that, so he's got to do some good stuff here. He discarded that Lilus, which is really interesting. That means he's trying to aggro into a boss play. Oh. Evital. Oh, never mind. Evital doesn't matter. If he has boss, then he can very well boss Genesect and win. There's the retreat. Night Joker. He does not have it, so we will end up winning. That is sweet. This is a good game. Well, the list felt good against that deck. I feel like this is a fairly good matchup for us, though. Something I always do when I'm playing and not recording is after I play a game, I always look at the deck to see if there's anything that we would change or didn't like or did like. Still wanting a Night Stretcher. Don't have one of those. The list is just so tight. The only thing I could think of is honestly just cutting the last lilies, but the last lilies probably saved us there. Fez didn't really do much, but I'm not cutting Fez for a Night Searcher. And it could do stuff in other matchups, I guess. Also, if we didn't prize all three of our dribbles, that game would have been a lot different anyways. So you know what? I like the list how it is. Let's just run it back. It's I lost literally every corn flip in the last video. Still went 3-0. That wasn't good. Okay, well, not really what you want to see, but... Okay, so we have a fossil deck where, no, they're playing the Auroras. Water energy attached. Take 50 less damage. That shouldn't matter, but we'll see. If it's a Kang build, I guess that matters. Because that means he would have technically 350 HP instead of 300 or instead of 300. And there's the Kang. So let's try to get a knockout on that guy before he gets the Aurora set up. So I do believe that Aurora is the stage 2. I might be wrong on that. I actually think all the fossils are stage 2s. Might be wrong on that too. Not worried about the Auroras at the moment, which is interesting. I definitely would be worried about the Auroras. It's also interesting that he's so worried about Bastiodon when we're obviously a big energy deck. So let's Transceiver Petrol. And get the trolley. The trolley is always there. Like, I mean, if you prize trolley, your deck's bad. Got it. But if you prize secret box, your deck is also bad. So, like, trolley. We do have the Drober. One build. Okay, come on, live. Come on. What the crap is that? Let me read this. As long as this Pokemon is the active final of your Pokemon, take 10 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. This card can't be affected by any special conditions and can't retreat anytime during your turn. You may discard this card from play. Okay, so it can be shot with Fez, which is interesting. I guess I'll go ahead and get the Fez. Freaking one freaking build them in the deck. That's ridiculous. Go ahead and throw up the Drillbur just because we have to. And I'm gonna Genesect for a Drill and a Metang. And pass. It's like the one card that you don't want prized is never prized, but the freaking other thing is always prized. So like, it's gonna be really hard to get to 5 energy now with only 2 Metangs, but we're gonna hope and pray. Do a little praying and hoping. Because this Kang is probably not going anywhere anytime soon, having that 3 retreat cost. So, with that being the case, should be able to knock it out next turn fairly easily. I'm really surprised he's not trying to get the Cell Fossil to make his Kang have more HP. Like, he could have set up Cell Fossil last turn, and then this turn set up the Auroras and been doing really good. But now his Kang is just more than likely going to get knocked out. Alright, so we only have one energy in the discard, so not worried about that. So let's go and get another drill and I guess another metang in case we draw a Beldum off of the prizes. So, metang, drill. Do I want to petrol for anything? I guess. Why not? Maybe for watchtower's good. And then we've already signaled, so let's go gambling. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. 2 more, come on. Oh yes, we got there. It feels so good. Yeah. I figured that was coming, honestly. And that just shows, like, the deck is just so crazy aggressive to be. I mean, it's got very little setup. It's only a stage 1, but, like, being a Zoroark player, and I kind of, like, fall into that category of people that play big basics or, like, decks with, like, really hard-hitting stage 1s. And this is a really hard-hitting stage 1 that's super easy to set up. Let's get some stuff here. Hopefully we pull a full art excadrill and get 2 full art excadrill, and we did. I was gonna say I get 2 full art excadrills before LDF does. Not that I'm buying packs, trying. I guess we'll just hop into another one here and see what happens. Always heads. And it's tails. Maybe they want to go first? We'll go first. Hey, that's okay. That means maybe they're a mega excadrill, and I am comfortable with the mirror match. Which at this point, anybody playing on ladder should be. Ooh. I really like this matchup because we can undermine, which is kind of bad for them, but good for them at the same time. So, just gonna go ahead and set up all the dudes, I think. Hopefully get 3 Beldums into 3 Metangs. Let's go ahead and prize check. Alright, so get 2 Metang. We have a excadrill, it's fine. We have all of our Drillbur, 4 Beldum. Alright, so it's all there. But the trolley is prize. So, unfortunately, we cannot do anything about that. We will have to pop in next turn and pray, basically. If the pop in is there, is it prized? No, it's not. Oh, that's kind of gross. Okay, so... Okay. So the one time we have all of our Pokemon, the pressure trolley is actually prized. How ironic. So, hopefully the Drillbur doesn't go down. Because I really want to pop in for... It depends on what the opponent's doing, but I hope the Drillbur doesn't go down. Because I really want to pop in for 2 Beldums. He has 2 Sneakies in the discard. 4 Sneakers in the discard. Going to get right into a Delmise. He's actually going to get right into a Delmise knockout, which is disgusting. Gross. 3 more Delmise, or 2 more Delmise. Brilliant Blender to mill 5. Yep, probably not gonna win this one, boys. I guess I could have promoted the Fizz or something as my active, but like, To be honest with you, I didn't expect this much turbo, even though it's turbo Delmas. Oh, yeah. 71, 42, 10. I guess actually that could have mattered a little more. So, petrol for Poffin. Poffin for... Actually, I think I want to flip this script first, because if we draw a Beldum, then we can then Poffin for 2 more. We did. So now we can Poffin for Beldum Drillper. And then I'll go ahead and Genesect for 2 evolutions. I almost said evolutions for 2 evolutions. And do I want to go ahead and get the drill? I guess I'll go ahead and get the drill. So we're only going to need 2 Metang next turn anyways. And then I kind of want to put the energy on the Fez. I guess I should prize check how many energy I have, but we play 17, so I'm kind of greedy in not doing that. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous, man. Doesn't feel too bad though, because now we can go into with Genesect Protect Charge, so. It's not terrible. Genesect can also be attacking for knockout. We do have to get 3 energy, but we are going to be able to manual attach 1. I wonder if I would have got 4th Metang there and or Metagross. Fist play would have been differently. Not that it probably would have mattered. Alright, well, we're going to start doing something this turn, or we're just going to get cooked. So, oh gosh, drawing another energy isn't the best here. Okay, so go ahead and signal, get some evolutions out of the deck. Then the deck. Alright, let's see how many energy we have. 10 energy. Ugh. So I'm going to attach. And then I'm going to do the first Metal Maker. Okay. I was going to say I was going to do the first Metal Maker. If it whiffs, then we're going to draw 3 cards. And I think we're going to go ahead and do Metal Maker again to the Fizz. And then we have 2 energy, 1 energy. Oh yeah, there wasn't any energy on the Dripper. And then now we'll Fizz. Okay, well I was hoping to get, this does nothing here. This is another thing that it's not the best card. I was hoping to get a Ultra Ball or something. But Protect Charge is what we got, so that's what we're gonna do. Well, Mr. Mega Excadrill, I don't need you at the moment. I kind of want to get a second Genesect. They have to knock them both out. It's going to be hard for them to do that. Could be worth something. Opponent choosing for a while what they want to set up is quite interesting. Maybe they don't have energy. Pokepad. Alright, so he's worried about the Spirit Tomb line, but that's not just... I mean, it's relevant, but it's not. Okay, I guess second Sinistcha could make it relevant. Because you can't put it on the Fez. Because it would only make it 160, and Genesect only makes it. Okay, okay. He passes. I like that. I kind of wish we had Boss here for a Delmas,
guys, but I think knocking out this Sinistra is just as oppressive. So, I think there was more Trailburn in the deck. Two have been knocked out. Let me transceive. For Betrayal, there is a Drillbur, so let's Betrayal and get I think a Ultra Ball. I really want to play with the Mega Excadrill. But actually, now that I think about it, third Metang would also be just as good because this guy does 150. So let's actually do that. Throw that away. Let's just throw both these away. I don't think we're gonna need them. Get a Beldum. Don't really need any more energy at the moment, so I think we're just gonna throw one on a Metang. And then take knockout. Alright, so now our prize cards are even, which feels good. It's hard for him to knock these EXs out in one hit, and practically impossible unless he's playing something weird in his deck. So we should be able to grind into a fair prize trade. And I like the one ice cream cone for pretty much this match. Makes it where he has to attack 3 times with a Delmise to knock out an Excadrill. If we get the turn 2 Excadrill set up. And we're just going to continue to keep taking knockouts, whether it's 3 energy or 5. Or, I mean, realistically, even 2. Because the Undermine does 90, which knocks out a lot of the Pokemon. And they can see. I figured that was coming, honestly. So that is another 3-0. The Fossil deck wasn't really a real game. But the other 2 were definitely going to be good matchups if they followed through. Might have played 4 games, I don't remember. Maybe just 3. I don't remember now. But yeah, the deck feels really good. I like this list. If my cards come in the mail, they said Saturday, plan on playing locals Friday, then I'm probably going to be playing this list. So we will see what it does. And other than that, if y'all liked, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment if you want to see any decks, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.